Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. English Daily, the channel where learning English feels like talking with friends. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Hey everyone, whether you're watching from your living room, riding the bus, or maybe taking a little break at work, we are so glad you're here with us today.
Mike, I have to say, I am in a really good mood today.
Oh yeah? Let me guess. Is it because you finally cleaned your room?
No, definitely not that. I am happy because today's topic is one of my absolute favorites.
Okay. Tell me, what are we talking about?
Today, we are talking about hobbies.
Hobbies! Oh, that is such a good one. Everyone either has a hobby or they wish they had one.
Exactly. Hobbies are the things we do just for ourselves, for fun, for relaxation, for joy. Not for work, not for money, just because we love it.
That is a beautiful way to put it. And trust me, I have some very interesting hobby stories to share today.
And so do I. But first, friends, if you are enjoying this channel, please hit that like button right now. It really helps us more than you know.
Yes, and please subscribe to Mr. English Daily. Every week we bring you fun conversations just like this one to help you improve your English naturally.
And if you have a friend who is learning English, share this video with them. Learning with a friend is always better.
Always. Okay, Sarah, let's get into it. What is a hobby you really love?
So, my biggest hobby right now is baking. I am completely obsessed with it.
Baking? That sounds delicious. What do you like to make?
All kinds of things. Bread, cookies, muffins. But my favorite is making cinnamon rolls from scratch.
Oh, wow, cinnamon rolls. That sounds incredible. So you're actually good at this?
Well, most of the time. Actually, I have a funny story from last weekend.
Oh, please, tell me everything.
So I decided to make banana bread for my family. I had everything ready. The bananas, the flour, the butter. I was feeling very confident.
I already feel like something is about to go wrong.
You are very smart. So I mixed everything together and I put it in the oven. After an hour, it smelled amazing. I took it out. It looked perfect, beautiful golden color.
Okay, so far so good. What happened?
I cut a big slice and I took a bite and it was completely raw in the middle, like banana soup inside a bread shape.
Banana soup? Sarah, no!
The outside was perfect and the inside was totally liquid. My sister looked at me and said, "Did you mean to make banana bread or banana pudding?"
That is so funny. What did you do?
I put it back in the oven for another 45 minutes. By the end, it was a little too hard, but we ate it anyway, with a lot of butter.
That is the spirit. Butter fixes everything.
It really does. But I learned my lesson. Always check the middle with a toothpick before you take it out.
A very important lesson for life. So even with the banana pudding bread, you still love baking?
More than ever. Okay, Mike, your turn. What is your hobby?
All right, so my main hobby is sketching, drawing with pencil and pen.
Oh, that is so cool. Are you good?
I think I'm okay, but I started very badly. My first drawings looked like a child made them, and not a talented child.
But you kept going?
I did. I practice almost every evening for about 30 minutes. I draw things around my apartment, my coffee cup, my shoes, the view from my window.
That sounds so relaxing. I love that.
It is. When I'm drawing, I forget about everything else. No stress, no phone, just the pencil and the paper.
That is exactly what a hobby should feel like.
Exactly. But I do have a funny story about my sketching hobby, too.
Of course you do. Go ahead.
So, last month, I decided to try drawing a portrait, a real human face. I wanted to draw my friend David as a surprise birthday gift.
That is such a sweet idea. How did it go?
Well, I worked on it for 3 hours, 3 whole hours, Sarah. I was very focused, very serious, very artistic.
Okay, and the result?
I finished it, and I thought it looked pretty good, so I sent David a photo of it, and he called me immediately.
What did he say?
He said, "Mike, why did you draw a potato with eyes?"
A potato with eyes? Mike!
He was laughing so hard he couldn't speak, and then he said, "Is this supposed to be me or a vegetable?"
That is the funniest thing. What did you say?
I said, "David, it's a very handsome potato. Be grateful."
I love that. Did he keep it?
He did. He printed it and put it on his refrigerator. He says it's his favorite piece of art.
See, your hobby brought him joy. That counts as a success.
I choose to believe that. Okay, everyone, if you're still watching right now, leave a comment that says potato portrait. Let us know you're here with us.
Yes, write potato portrait in the comments. We love hearing from you. Okay, Mike, let's keep going. Do you have any other hobbies?
I do. I also really enjoy running.
Running! Oh, that is a great one. Are you a serious runner?
I wouldn't say serious. I run maybe 3 or 4 times a week, usually in the morning before work.
Morning runs are the best. The air is so fresh.
It is wonderful. But I have to tell you, running has also given me some embarrassing moments.
I would expect nothing less from you.
So, about 2 months ago, I decided to sign up for a small local race. Just 5 kilometers. Not a big deal, right?
5 kilometers sounds manageable.
I thought so too. I trained for 3 weeks. I felt ready. Race day comes, I put on my best running shoes, I stretch, I get to the starting line. There are maybe 200 people there.
Oh, wow, 200 people. That's exciting.
Very exciting. The race starts, I begin running, I feel great. I'm passing people. I think, Mike, you are an athlete.
And then?
At about the 2-kilometer mark, I realized I had gone the wrong way.
No, Mike!
I was running with complete confidence in the completely wrong direction. A volunteer had to run after me shouting, "Sir, sir, the race is that way."
Oh my goodness, what did you do?
I turned around and ran back, but now I had already run 2 extra kilometers. By the time I finished the actual race, I had run almost 9 kilometers total.
You accidentally doubled the distance.
I finished last, but I finished, and I like to tell people I ran a 9K that day.
That is one way to look at it. I love your attitude, Mike.
Thank you. Okay, Sarah, do you have a hobby that's more active? Because baking sounds delicious, but maybe not a workout.
You're right about that. I do love yoga. I practice yoga every morning for about 20 minutes.
Yoga is fantastic, very calming.
It really is. It changed my mornings completely. Before yoga, I would wake up feeling stressed immediately. Now, I start the day feeling calm and focused.
That sounds amazing. Are you flexible?
Getting better every week. When I started, I could barely touch my toes.
And now?
Now I can touch them pretty easily. But there's one pose I'm still working on. It's called the crow pose. You balance your whole body on just your hands.
That sounds terrifying. Like your feet leave the ground?
Yes, and I have fallen many times trying to learn it.
Tell me about one of those times.
Okay, so one morning I was doing yoga in my living room. My roommate was still asleep. I tried the crow pose. I held it for about 2 seconds, which is actually good for me, and then I completely lost my balance.
What happened?
I fell forward and grabbed the coffee table to stop myself. The coffee table had my roommate's water bottle on it. The water bottle went flying across the room and hit the wall with a very loud bang.
Oh no, did your roommate wake up?
She came running out of her room thinking something terrible had happened. She saw me on the floor next to my yoga mat and she just said, "Sarah, it is 6 in the morning."
She was not impressed.
Not at all, but I apologized and made her coffee, and now she just sleeps with earplugs on yoga mornings.
That is a very creative solution.
Teamwork. You know, Mike, I also picked up a new hobby recently that is very different from baking and yoga.
Oh yeah? What is it?
I started learning how to play chess.
Chess, that's a great game. Very good for your brain.
I love it. I play online against other people and sometimes against the computer. I'm still a beginner, but I'm improving.
I used to play chess when I was younger. Maybe we should play sometime.
I would love that. I should warn you, though, I study chess videos on YouTube almost every night. I'm very committed.
Oh, maybe I should be nervous.
Maybe a little. You know, Mike, I think what I love about hobbies is that they make you a student again. You're always learning, always getting better.
That's such a good point. When I started sketching, I knew nothing. Every week I learned something new. It keeps life interesting.
And it gives you something to look forward to. After a long day at work, I look forward to my 30 minutes of chess.
Same with my running, even when I go the wrong direction.
Especially then. Okay, friends, we want to hear from you. What is your hobby? Leave a comment below and tell us, my hobby is blank. Fill in the blank for us.
We read every single comment, and if you're learning English, talking about your hobbies is one of the best ways to practice.
Absolutely. It's a topic you can talk about with anyone, anywhere, at work, at school, with new friends.
So, let's do a quick recap of today's episode. Sarah, what did we cover?
We talked about baking and my banana pudding bread situation.
We talked about sketching and my very handsome portrait of a potato.
We talked about running and your accidental 9K race.
We talked about yoga and the flying water bottle attack of 6 a.m.
We talked about chess and how hobbies keep us learning and growing.
It was a great conversation today, really fun.
It really was. All right, everyone, before we say goodbye, please like this video if it made you smile today.
And subscribe to Mr. English Daily so you never miss a new episode. We post new content every week.
Share this video with one friend who is learning English. Just one friend. It means the world to us.
And leave us a comment. We genuinely love hearing from you. Tell us your hobby, tell us a funny story, tell us anything.
You are the reason we do this. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
It is always a pleasure. All right, Sarah, I think it is time for me to go home and apologize to my sketchbook. I have been ignoring it.
And I need to go check on some dough I have rising in my kitchen. Let's hope it actually bakes all the way through this time.
Fingers crossed. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. See you in the next episode of Mr. English Daily. Take care.